What a larger company does is they get every salesperson to forecast their sales on a timeline, a calendar timeline. This is salesperson one. It outlined what your customers are, the different revenue types, regular recurring revenue, that's pretty easy. Annual rate increases. You want to understand when the annual rate increases kick in and what they're likely to be. Expected organic growth, if a company's expected to grow. Upselling, you might start adding new products and services. You want to capture all the potential revenue streams, cross-selling, and when they're going to hit. Now, if each salesperson is forecasting accurately, you should be able to create a bottom-up sales forecast using the individual salespeople for existing customers and also new prospects. This gives you your totals for each salesperson, you add them up, and you come up with a bottom-up sales forecast. Now, I'm going to tell you, normally, the bottom-up sales forecast is too small. And when the management team says, no, we need $30 million worth of annual sales, and you ask the sales team and they say, no, we've only got 20 million in annual sales, that's when you engage in that constructive discussion. And this is only one part of it. The next part of it is whatever your sales pipeline looks like, you have to draw it out, but you're going to have different things in your pipeline. Proposal presentations, for example, in this simplistic model, the assumption is we close 25% of all of the proposals we have. So if we expect 4 proposals this month at a 25% close rate, we can expect 1 deal. And if we know what a deal's worth, we can say that that's going to generate X number of dollars of revenue. If you build your sales pipeline out like this and you identify what the key activities are, and this is super important. Proposal presentations, that's a lagging indicator. You guys can have 10 proposal presentations, but they're the result of something that happened earlier in the pipeline, right? In this example, cold calls generate sales meetings. 100 cold calls at these conversion rates generate 10 sales meetings. 10 sales meetings at these conversion rates generate 4 proposals. 4 proposals generate 1 deal. If you map out your pipeline with timelines, monthly timelines, by salesperson, using these types of conversion rates, the company would determine if somebody goes and makes like in your world, a cold call, maybe it's an in-person meeting or whatever they do, but you can say, well, that person's going to add that new client ABC to Salesforce. We think that the opportunity there is $1 million. But there's only a 10% chance we're going to realize that $1 million because we've just initiated the discussions with them. But as that opportunity, that client moves through the sales pipeline, you can update what percentage chance you think that you're going to close them. And if you do this on a simple spreadsheet, or if you want to use Power BI to really spice it up, you certainly could. But if you take this and build it into a model that suits your business, then we can sit back and say, what's our sales forecast for this year? And say at least 3 months ahead. So looking at the budget 3 months in advance and building it out. And then this is the beauty of it, because it's nice for forecasting, but that's not why we do it. The real reason we do it is because now you can manage the salespeople. If a salesperson's sandbagging and doesn't have enough in their forecast, then early on, not after it's already happened, but before they've even gone out and had this year, you can talk to them about you need to be calling them more clients. Your expectations are too low. Whatever the case might be, you need to cross-sell. And as you're managing them, see, we just finished a quarter. We didn't hit the sales we wanted to. But you could go back to the individual salespeople. If you had them do this, you could go back to them and say, hey, what happened? You've got to be accountable for this, because ultimately that's what it comes down to. If the salespeople feel the accountability, then they're going to be more proactive and they're going to generate more sales, and they're going to be less talking about what's in the pipeline, more actually making it happen because of the culture of accountability. It's not easy to do, but big companies, and I was in the corporate world for 14 years, this is what they do. They just do it on a larger scale. And it takes time, but that's part of what we can help you set up and help you manage through.